The 10-cent coin issued by Bank Negara Malaysia in 1990 is part of Malaysia's first series of decimal coinage introduced after the country transitioned from the Malayan and British Borneo dollar system to the Malaysian dollar, ringgit, in 1967, although the specific design used in 1990 traces back to the second coin series introduced in 1989. This 10-cent coin is particularly notable because it reflects both Malaysia's economic modernization and its cultural identity during the late 20th century. Struck primarily in copper-nickel with a silvery appearance, the coin typically weighs around 2.83 grams and measures approximately 18.5 millimeters in diameter, featuring a smooth edge. On the obverse side, the coin displays the denomination 10 SEN, along with a stylized floral motif that is inspired by traditional Malaysian decorative art, symbolizing harmony and national heritage. The reverse side prominently features the hibiscus flower, known locally as Bunga Raya, which is Malaysia's national flower, along with the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia and the year of minting, 1990. The inclusion of the hibiscus emphasizes unity and pride, as its 5 petals represent the 5 principles of the Rukun Negara, Malaysia's national philosophy. During this period, Malaysia was experiencing steady industrial growth under Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad's leadership, and everyday currency, like the 10-cent coin, played a vital role in daily transactions, especially in small retail purchases, transportation fares, and rural markets. In terms of minting, these coins were produced in large quantities, meaning they are relatively common today and generally hold modest numismatic value, unless found in uncirculated or proof condition. However, collectors may still value specific variants, such as coins with minting errors, double strikes, off-center designs, or die cracks, which can significantly increase their worth. Over time, due to inflation and changes in purchasing power, the practical use of the 10-cent coin has diminished, but it remains legal tender in Malaysia. Interestingly, Malaysia later introduced newer coin series, such as the third series in 2012, with updated designs and materials, gradually replacing older coins like the 1990 issue in circulation. From a historical and collector's perspective, the 1990 10-cent coin represents a snapshot of Malaysia's monetary evolution, bridging traditional symbolism with modern economic identity, and serves as a tangible artifact of the country's development era in the late 20th century. The next top. The 1991 10-cent coin issued by Bank Negara Malaysia is part of Malaysia's second series of coins, which was introduced in 1989 following a major redesign of the nation's currency to better reflect Malaysian identity, culture, and heritage after decades of earlier designs. This particular coin, commonly referred to as the 10-cent, represents 1/10 of a Malaysian ringgit and was minted during a transitional period when Malaysia was strengthening its economic presence in Southeast Asia. The obverse front of the coin features the official floral emblem known as the Bunga Raya, or hibiscus, which is Malaysia's national flower and a powerful symbol of unity and national pride. Alongside this design appears the year 1991, indicating the minting year, and the word Malaysia. The reverse, back, of the coin prominently displays the denomination 10 SN, along with a geometric motif inspired by traditional Malaysian handicrafts, reflecting the country's rich artistic and cultural traditions. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1991 10-cent coin is typically made of copper-nickel, giving it a silvery appearance, with a diameter of approximately 19.4 millimeters and a smooth or reeded edge, depending on mint variations. It is relatively lightweight, around 2.8 grams, making it convenient for everyday transactions at the time. During the early 1990s, Malaysia was undergoing rapid industrialization and modernization under policies associated with Vision 2020, and coins like this were widely circulated in daily commerce, from public transportation fares to small retail purchases, making them a common part of everyday life for Malaysians. From a numismatic perspective, the 1991 10-cent coin is not considered rare because it was minted in large quantities for circulation. However, its value can vary depending on condition, with uncirculated or mint-state coins being more desirable among collectors. Coins that show minimal wear, retain original luster, or come from sealed bankrolls may carry a small premium above face value, especially among collectors specializing in Southeast Asian currency or modern coinage series. Additionally, errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual edge variations, though uncommon, can significantly increase collectible value. Over time, the purchasing power of 10 sen has decreased due to inflation, and while such coins are still legal tender, they are used less frequently in modern Malaysia where digital payments and higher denomination coins and notes dominate transactions. The design of the second series, including the 1991 issue, remained in circulation until it was eventually replaced in 2012 by a third series featuring updated designs and materials to reduce minting costs and improve durability. Collectors often appreciate the 1991 10 sen coin not just for its monetary value but also as a historical artifact representing Malaysia's economic development and cultural symbolism during the late 20th century. Today, it serves as an accessible entry point for beginner collectors due to its affordability, while still holding educational and historical significance for those interested in Malaysian numismatics, Southeast Asian history, or modern coin design. The next top. The 10 sen coin issued by Bank Negara Malaysia in 2001 is part of Malaysia's modern circulating coin series introduced in 1989, which replaced earlier larger coins with a more compact and standardized design suited for contemporary vending, banking, and daily transactions. This particular coin, denominated at 10 sen, 1/10 of a Malaysian ringgit, reflects both the economic modernization of Malaysia at the turn of the 21st century and the country's emphasis on cultural identity through numismatic design. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silvery appearance and good durability for long-term circulation. It typically weighs around 2.8 grams and measures approximately 18.8 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge that helps prevent counterfeiting and provides tactile distinction from other denominations. The obverse of the coin features a stylized floral motif known as the bunga raya, which is Malaysia's national flower, symbolizing unity and national pride. Alongside this motif is the denomination, 10 sen, clearly inscribed, making it easily recognizable for everyday users. The reverse side displays the official emblem of Bank Negara Malaysia along with the year of minting, in this case, 2001. The design is relatively minimalist compared to earlier Malaysian coins, reflecting a shift toward modern aesthetics and functional clarity. From a historical and economic perspective, the 2001 10 sen coin was minted during a period when Malaysia was recovering from the effects of the Asian financial crisis, which had significantly impacted Southeast Asian economies. By 2001, Malaysia had stabilized its currency, the ringgit, and resumed steady economic growth under policies that included capital controls and fixed exchange rates. Coins like the 10 sen played a crucial role in facilitating small transactions in both urban and rural markets, particularly in a cash-driven economy where digital payments were not yet widespread. The durability and mass production of these coins ensured that they remained in circulation for many years, often showing signs of wear such as smoothing of the floral design and fading of inscriptions. In terms of minting, these coins were typically produced in large quantities to meet the needs of the population, though exact mintage figures for the 2001 issue are not always publicly detailed. However, due to their high production volume and continued circulation, the 2001 10 sen coin is generally not considered rare or highly valuable among collectors unless found in uncirculated or mint-state condition. Coin collectors or numismatists often evaluate such coins based on factors like luster, strike quality, and absence of scratches or discoloration. A fully uncirculated 2001 10 sen coin with original mint shine may carry a modest premium over face value, while circulated examples typically remain worth only their nominal value unless part of a complete collection set. Culturally, Malaysian coinage, including the 10 sen, serves as a reflection of national identity. The use of the bunga raya motif ties the currency to Malaysia's natural heritage, while the consistent inclusion of the central bank's name reinforces institutional authority and trust in the monetary system. Over time, however, the usage of lower denomination coins like the 10 sen has declined slightly due to inflation and rounding practices in retail transactions, where total bills are sometimes rounded to the nearest 5 centimeter. Despite this, The coin remains legal tender and continues to circulate, especially in traditional markets and smaller towns. From a collector's standpoint, variations in minting, such as slight differences in die alignment, edge reading sharpness, or metal composition consistency, may attract niche interest, although such variations are generally subtle and require magnification to identify. Some collectors also focus on assembling year-by-year sets of Malaysian coins, making the 2001 10 sen an essential piece in completing early 21st century runs. Additionally, coins from this era may hold sentimental value for Malaysians who associate them with a specific period of economic recovery and national development. In conclusion, the 2001 10 sen coin issued by Bank Negara Malaysia is a small yet meaningful artifact of Malaysia's monetary system. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in a financial sense, it embodies important aspects of the country's economic history, cultural symbolism, and everyday life at the start of the 21st century. Its practical design, durable composition, and widespread circulation make it a representative example of modern coinage, while its connection to national identity and post-crisis recovery adds a deeper layer of historical significance for those who take the time to examine it closely. The next top. The 10 sen coin issued in 2002 by Bank Negara Malaysia is part of Malaysia's modern circulating coin series that reflects both the nation's economic identity and cultural heritage. Introduced as part of the second series of Malaysian coins, launched in 1989 and used through the early 2000s, the 10 sen denomination occupies an important middle value in everyday transactions, sitting between the 5 sen and 20 sen coins. By 2002, this coin had become a familiar piece in daily Malaysian life, used in markets, transportation, and small retail purchases, symbolizing practical commerce in a rapidly developing Southeast Asian economy. The coin is composed primarily of copper-nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance with good durability and resistance to corrosion, an essential feature given Malaysia's humid tropical climate. It weighs approximately 2.8 grams and has a diameter of around 19.4 millimeters, making it easy to distinguish by touch and sight from other denominations. The edge of the coin is reeded, milled, which not only adds a tactile feature but also historically served as a deterrent to coin clipping or tampering. Its physical design reflects a balance between functionality and aesthetic identity, ensuring it is both user-friendly and symbolically representative. On the obverse side of the coin, the most prominent feature is the Hibiscus rosa sinensis, known locally as the Bunga Raya, which is Malaysia's national flower. This design element is deeply significant, as the hibiscus symbolizes unity, courage, and national pride. The flower's 5 petals are often interpreted as representing the 5 principles of Malaysia's national philosophy, the Rukun Negara. Alongside the floral motif, the word Bank Negara Malaysia is inscribed, clearly identifying the issuing authority. The year 2002 appears on the coin, marking its minting date and placing it within a specific historical and economic context, just a few years after the Asian financial crisis, during a period of recovery and growth for Malaysia. The reverse side features the denomination 10 sen in bold, clear lettering, designed for easy recognition. The typography is simple but authoritative, reflecting the coin's utilitarian purpose. The layout is clean, with the denomination occupying the central focus, ensuring that even in quick transactions, users can immediately identify its value. The simplicity of the reverse contrasts with the more symbolic obverse, creating a balanced overall design that serves both aesthetic and practical needs. From a historical perspective, the 2002 10 sen coin belongs to a period when Malaysia was strengthening its economic resilience and expanding its manufacturing and export sectors. Currency issued during this time represents not only monetary value but also national stability and trust in financial institutions. Bank Negara Malaysia played a critical role in maintaining this stability, managing inflation, and ensuring the smooth circulation of currency. Coins like the 10 sen were mass-produced to meet the demands of a growing economy, meaning they are relatively common today, though condition and mint quality can affect their collectible value. In the world of numismatics, coin collecting, the 2002 10 sen coin is generally considered a standard circulation coin rather than a rare or highly valuable collectible. However, collectors may still seek out specimens in uncirculated or mint condition, where the coin retains its original luster and sharp details. Coins with errors, such as misstrikes, off-center designs, or unusual metal compositions, can be significantly more valuable and attract specialized interest. Additionally, complete sets of Malaysian coins from specific years, including 2002, are often collected for their historical continuity and design consistency. Culturally, the coin reflects Malaysia's emphasis on national identity through everyday objects. The use of the hibiscus connects citizens to a shared symbol that appears not only on currency, but also in official emblems, educational materials, and public spaces. This reinforces a sense of unity and pride, even in routine financial exchanges. The language used on the coin, Malay, also highlights the country's linguistic heritage and official language policy. Economically, the purchasing power of 10 sen in 2002 was modest but meaningful. It could contribute to small purchases or be combined with other coins for everyday spending. Over time, due to inflation and changes in pricing structures, the practical use of lower denomination coins like the 10 sen has diminished slightly, though it remains legal tender and continues to circulate. In some cases, businesses round prices to the nearest 5 sen, affecting how frequently 10 sen coins are used. Production-wise, coins like the 10 sen are minted in large quantities using industrial processes that ensure uniformity and quality. The dies used to stamp the design are carefully engraved, and each coin is struck under high pressure to imprint the details clearly. Over time, these dies wear down and are replaced, which can result in subtle variations between coins of the same year, another point of interest for collectors who study die varieties. In summary, the 2002 10 sen coin issued by Bank Negara Malaysia is a small but meaningful artifact of Malaysia's economic system, cultural identity, and design tradition. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in monetary terms, it carries historical, cultural, and practical significance. It represents a snapshot of Malaysia in the early 21st century, a nation balancing tradition and modernization, reflected even in the smallest details of its everyday currency, the next top. The 2006 Malaysian 10 sen coin is part of the modern circulating coinage issued by Bank Negara Malaysia, the country's central monetary authority responsible for currency design, production, and circulation. This coin belongs to the third series of Malaysian coins introduced in 1989, which remained in circulation for decades before newer designs were gradually introduced in the 2010s. The denomination 10 sen represents 1/10 of a Malaysian ringgit, the official currency known as the Malaysian ringgit. The 2006 issue is not considered rare in general circulation, but collectors often seek well-preserved or full-condition coins, meaning coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp design details, and minimal wear, as these can carry higher numismatic value compared to heavily circulated examples. Physically, the 10 sen coin from 2006 is made of copper nickel, giving it a silvery appearance and durability suitable for everyday transactions. It typically weighs about 2.8 grams and has a diameter of approximately 19.4 millimeters, with a smooth edge. The obverse front of the coin features the hibiscus flower, known locally as Bunga Raya, which is Malaysia's national flower and a strong symbol of unity and identity. Alongside the flower, the year 2006 is inscribed, indicating the minting year. The reverse, back, side prominently displays the denomination 10 sen, along with a geometric pattern design that reflects traditional Malaysian motifs. Around the edge, the inscription, Bank Negara Malaysia, signifies the issuing authority. Historically, coins like the 2006 10 sen reflect Malaysia's economic growth and modernization during the early 21st century. At that time, Malaysia was continuing its recovery and expansion following the late 1990s Asian financial crisis, and stable coinage played a role in maintaining public trust in everyday transactions. The 10 sen denomination was especially important for small purchases such as local food items, public transport fares, and retail pricing adjustments, making it a highly circulated coin across urban and rural areas alike. Because of this heavy usage, finding a 2006 coin in pristine, full condition today is relatively uncommon, which is why collectors pay attention to grading. In numismatics, The term full condition often corresponds to grades such as uncirculated, UNC, or brilliant uncirculated, BU. A 2006 10-cent coin in such condition would show no signs of wear on the hibiscus petals, clear and crisp lettering, and a reflective or satin-like mint surface. Coins that have been in circulation usually show scratches, dullness, or worn details, especially on raised areas of the design. Collectors may store high-grade examples in protective holders or albums to preserve their quality and prevent oxidation or damage. While the intrinsic metal value of the coin is low, its collectible value depends on rarity, condition, and demand among coin enthusiasts. From a broader perspective, Malaysian coins like the 10-cent also reflect cultural identity through design choices. The hibiscus motif, for instance, symbolizes courage and life, while the geometric patterns on the reverse are inspired by traditional Malaysian art and craft. These elements make even small-denomination coins meaningful beyond their monetary value. Over time, changes in coin design, such as the introduction of the fourth series in 2012, highlight shifts in aesthetic preferences, minting technology, and economic needs, including efforts to reduce production costs or improve usability. In the collector market, a 2006 10-cent coin in average circulated condition is typically very common and may not carry significant value beyond its face value. However, a full or uncirculated example could be more desirable, especially if it is part of a complete set or stored in original mint packaging. Some collectors also look for minting errors, such as off-center strikes or die variations, which can significantly increase a coin's worth. In Malaysia and internationally, coin collecting remains a popular hobby, and coins like the 2006 10-cent serve as accessible entry points for beginners while still offering depth for experienced numismatists. Overall, the 2006 Malaysian 10-cent coin represents a blend of practicality, national symbolism, and collectible interest. Issued by Bank Negara Malaysia and widely used in daily life, it stands as a small but meaningful piece of the country's monetary history. Whether viewed as simple pocket change or as a carefully preserved collectible, its value lies not only in its denomination but also in its connection to Malaysia's culture, economy, and identity during the early 2000s.